Yeah, welcome to another PhD class. Today we are going to be looking at some of the confusing topics that we've been learning for the past few days. The first one is tumbling and stunt activities. Now, in tumbling activities, there is no use of apparatus. Like you can see, the gymnast doing the cartwheel is not using apparatus. He's doing it on the floor or probably on a mat. That's one way you can differentiate between tumbling activities and stunt activities. Tumbling activities, you do them on the floor, on the mat. You do not make use of apparatus. So cartwheel is one of the major tumbling activities. So just save that. We're going to be looking at other common tumbling activities, and that is the backward row. The backward row is also a tumbling activity. Like you can see, there's no apparatus, which means no material is needed. There's no equipment that you have to buy to carry out tumbling activities. You can simply just do it on the ground, on the mat, even on the bed. As a second, we have the third, which is the forward row. Forward row, it's also a tumbling activity. As you can see, it's on the floor or on the mat rather. You don't need any apparatus to carry out forward row. All you need to do is just roll forward on the ground or on the mat. Then headstand is also another tumbling activity that do not require any apparatus. There's no machine for headstand. Just do it on the floor, on the mat, or even on the bed. All right, now let's come to apparatus. Now these are apparatus. Even the floor is an apparatus. Horizontal bar, parallel bars, rings, pommel horse, vault. There are so many. So the ones that are being done on the floor, we've already agreed that most of them are tumbling activities. And we talked about tumbling activities being activities that you do not use apparatus. Now, these are apparatus now, so many apparatus, and we're going to be showing you some stunts. Stunt activities you do on the or using an apparatus. That will makes it stunt, because you make use of the apparatus. And this is one of the apparatus we saw before now, and you can see how this guy is playing the stunts. So that is not a tumbling activity, it is a stunt activity. Stomping with stunt on an apparatus, this time around not on the floor. Okay, so you can agree with me that you can't do that anywhere. Now let's come to hypertension. Hypertension is a heart condition where the blood starts pushing against the walls of the vessels, therefore causing pressure. It is a heart condition. You know, it's the heart that pumps the blood. So when the pressure becomes too much, to the extent that is now forcing its way through the blood vessels, in that case we have hypertension. So hypertension is a heart disease. Please take note. That takes us to the theater. Most of us don't understand the difference between this theater and the other theater. This theater is a theater where operations are carried out in the hospital. Medical operations, surgical operations are carried out in a theater. It's different from the theater theater where you go to watch movies and all of that. That's also a theater. But this theater is a theater in the hospital, and operations are carried out in the theater. Surgical operations are carried out in the theater, not in the hall. Of course, it can be. So it's in a closed place with enough lighting and no crowd, so they can concentrate and save life. So that takes us to splint. Splint is a first aid material that helps to support dislocated bones. There was a question that had sprint and splint, and a lot of us were confused. So splint, take note, the one with the L, it's actually a first aid material. You use it to, put the bones, dislocated bone, in order. You can use it in the hand or even on the leg. Also, there was a case of a question or the kind of disease that you get when you do not take iodized salts, when you lack iodine. Simple, the disease is simple gutter. Gutter is a medical condition where your the the neck becomes swollen because of lack of iodine. That's why it is always advised that you take iodized salts, not just buy anyhow salt and start taking it in. If you keep doing that, the medical condition, simple gutter, might just come, and if not properly treated, will really give away the simple and reproduce the complex version of the gutter. It's been a nice time going around all that we forgetting. I believe with the class, you wouldn't have any issues the person again, right? Okay, so enjoy the class. Catch you next week. Bye.